Okay, we got Mr. Scar 1. He's got 2 Soulbind cards, 2 Relic Hunters. I have no idea what he could be playing with 2 Relic Hunters. Maybe a Robot deck, maybe a War Tech. Either way, my best opener is probably either Swamp Moss or Othra, and since Othra is pretty good against generally Alolan decks where they have Orient Justicar, I want to play that. Center lane gives me more chance to play the Patrons in the side lanes, and it kills any Nexus Aeronaut he wants to try and play in the center lane, which is not super likely, but it's whatever. I can only play one of these Patrons because when I play the first one, I won't have 3 Uterra cards if I play the second one. So I'm probably going to end up playing... If he kills the Othra, I'm going to Mortal Echoes it, and if he doesn't, I'll probably play Patron and then Warclaw, making a token, and the token maybe gets jumped on by a Brawn and goes to town. Because I have 2 Brawns left, which I do not have a good track history of drawing Brawn, unfortunately. But, I do have a really good track history of drawing Patron of Deepwood. I think this Mortal Echo should just be Degen Siphon. That's a very weird play. You spent 2 cards to kill an 8/6? Like, you could have just blocked it with almost anything. But anyway, I'm just going to play Patron and then play Immortal Echoes, because I said I was going to Immortal Echoes back 8/6s, which is a lot stronger than rolling Orclaw and hoping I draw Brawn. Because I can always draw a Dinosaur with Brawn. I'd rather be the guaranteed 8/6 plus maybe a 7/4. And I'm killing the Brightsteel Sentinel, so he can't do any sort of second Gauntlets, shenanigans, Brightsteel, whatever. It's just good to keep creatures off their board. And since Patron makes another 7/4, I'm not even losing that much tempo. Mortal Echoes being random does kind of suck, because now my board is kind of misaligned, since I wouldn't have a really good place to Patron this turn if I had one. I guess I could put it center lane and lane 4, but yeah. So another Gauntlet, and he kills my guy. I'm actually not too upset about this. He's spending a lot of resources to kill like 1 Patron. So I'm just going to Legion Shard my Othra, kill his Batterbot, and then play Sharpblade Behemoth to kill his Sentinel. Whoops. Kills both of his creatures and leaves me with a pretty good board, plus whatever Immortal Echoes brings back. Hopefully an Othra. I wouldn't be too sad about a 7/4 either. Yeah. 7/4 was more likely since 2 of them died. Only 1 Othra has died. I could play a second Othra here. I actually might try that. I don't have a lot of experience against Dinos, though I definitely will probably want to play Dendrify this turn, or next turn, or next rank somewhere. Because Dendrify is apparently really strong against Dinos. It was like my only way to win last time, was to draw the level 3 Dendrifys. So maybe I should put a priority on leveling them, along with Sharpblade Behemoth, which is actually just gigantic, 15 to 25 power. Tears through basically any armor you'd want to. If he has Aegis Knight, that would suck. I might just play the the Behemoth, and then the Othra. Though Othra going into an egg is not the best. It gives me a better chance of drawing level 2 Othra's next rank to try and hatch them into big Mothras, 1050, which is impossible to kill with Gauntlet. I would love to see him try to do that. He would basically have to level Nanoswarm twice in the next ranks in order to deal with my poor Othras. So no Aegis Knight. Unfortunately, I have no pump spells for this Behemoth. I could play Raptor and Brawn, but I don't see a whole lot of benefit in that. I think I really want to level the Behemoth in this matchup. And the Brawn is not amazing, because I would play Raptor here, or Warclaw here, Raptor on top of the Behemoth, attack with the Dino Knight on top of the Sentry, kill the Sentry. Killing a Sentry is actually pretty... I think actually killing a Sentry might be worth it, because even though I don't level a Behemoth, I get to stop him from using... He has 2 Gauntlets leveled, and there's this stupid Leyline Sentries. He has 2 Gauntlets leveled, which means if I can stop him from using Gauntlets and possibly... Did I not do damage to him? Oh, because he had 1 armor and health, so obviously Dino Knight wouldn't do damage. I forgot my train of thought. I don't want him to use all that 6 armor for additional Gauntlets or Aegis Knights. Though I guess if he Ancient Knights my Dino Knight, that would be pretty bad too. I wanted to be drawing the Othra specifically at rank 2, or the end of rank 2, and then Patron, Warclaw, Brawn, Behemoth. Don't really want to be drawing the Immortal Echoes. I guess it's fine. We'll see. He's thinking about his options. I wonder if 2 Relic Hunters is actually better than 3 Relic Hunters. It lets you draw your important cards a little more often. And the Relic Scouts are still there. Only 2 of them. I don't think you need 2 of them. 3 is just like really, really good, especially against or in the Ortec decks where you have like Brimstone Tyrants and creatures like or spells like Ortec Explosives that reward breakthrough a lot. Strange block unless he has a Justicar, because it still kills his creature. Okay, so if he plays a Gauntlets on the Batter Bot, which is a level 2 Gauntlets, I probably want to block with Swamp Moss Ancient so it actually dies, because blocking with Behemoth does not do it, and then playing Behemoth here, letting Brawn die and attacking him for 6, that's fine. Drew a Warclaw. Warclaw Ancestral Echoes might be fine. Warclaw Behemoth, pretty good too. If I play the Warclaw next turn and I draw the level 2 Brawn, I can make a 12/12, maybe kill pretty much anything, except for like gauntleted Forge Plate Sentries, like something like that. That's pretty much the only thing level 2 Brawn or level 2 Dino Knight can't kill. How big is Batterbot at level 2? It's an 8/11, right? Yeah, so I can still kill that and trample over and heal a little bit too. I really like Brawn's heal ability. That's a really sweet effect. Where if he deals damage to something, he heals your entire board. It's arguable whether Dino Knight should also have that, but hey, it's really sweet. It makes Behemoth really, really strong in these type of decks. Ooh, 9/9 trample. That's a super cute combo. Also, yeah, it's not even the worst. I guess I can play Warclaw. I just let his Treefolk hit me for a couple times. It's perfectly fine. Play Raptor here, and I could play Echoes, I could play Mastodon, or I could play Behemoth. So playing Mastodon would make my Warclaw a 10/10, which would make it immune to Gauntlets on this Treefolk, which is actually pretty likely. Plus it lets me kill the Treefolk. Yeah, I actually like that quite a bit. I think it's better than playing Behemoth in front of Brightsteel Sentinel. Also pumped my Raptor, I guess. So my Brawn can go to town. Patron plus Brawn. I assembled my own Volcano Giant, 10/10 at rank 2. I wish Patron was like an 11 power creature instead of 10/7. Though I guess, you know, if you get 2 10/7, that's still a lot of power. So it's probably fine, but it feels really bad. 10/7s are really flimsy at rank 2. At rank 3, it's huge still, because 16/13 is really big. But at rank 2, it still dies to all the 7 power creatures that are in level 1, like other patrons. Mastodons, Dendrify, Swamp Moss Ancient, and, yeah, that sort of thing. Like, it dies to a lot of different creatures at level 1 when it's rank 2. Which I guess would suck more if it didn't make 2 of itself. Okay, so we played a Brightsteel Sentinel. I had paused it a minute ago. In front of the Raptor, so he's Aegis Knight? No, if he had an Aegis Knight, he would have in front of the Warclaw. Okay, so I still have to play the Brawn. It does suicide into his Sentinel, but I really want a level 3 Brawn in my deck. And I got to play the Patron first, because if I play the Brawn first, it'll just, you know, die. Or I won't get the second Patron. He has a lot of Soulgrims in his deck. I need to like level Dendrify as soon as I find it. Ooh, sweet. I actually drew the Othra. And I need to play this Dendrify, so my turn is basically going to have to be Dendrify plus Othra. Drawing the Othra was actually super lucky there. You're going to be completely honest. He's going to have at least one Solgrim in his deck. When people take a long time, I tend to forget, because I don't ever write down anything. It's actually a pretty good strategy if you want to remember stuff. But I don't do it because I'm lazy. And he actually just slaughters my Brawn right here. Well, let's Dendrify his Batterbot, because I care about that card more than I care about Brightsteel Sentinel. And then we'll play Othra in rank 2, or in lane 2, kill his other creatures, and then leave him with a pretty empty board against a level 3 Othra. I would love to see him deal with that card. What, man, if he would actually just drop like 3 sentries there and like covered all my exits from Othra, that would have been pretty impressive. But luckily that didn't happen. So Othra, I'm just going to sneak in 10 damage wherever I can, and then play Behemoth plus Immortal Echoes. I really need to hit him with 10 poison, because I do not win this late game if I don't have Othra. Like, if I don't have 10 poison on him, he's going to start playing Solgrims and all sorts of nonsense like this, and I'm going to have, like, nothing. Level 3, I mean, level 3 Patron's pretty good, 16-13, but it's not like, it doesn't get a 6 armor to every single one of my creatures and then get a shotgun. Relic Scout works too. If he has Relic Scout to block lanes, that would also work. In which case I would just, like, try to kill the most important creature on his board, which in this case is Batterbot? Yeah, I think so. Kill the highest armor creature, and then Immortal Echoes. Limits, Othra can't move into every space now. Wow, another Leyline Sentry. Okay. But he still has to block Othra, which probably kills it unless he makes, like, unless it's a Forge Plate Sentry or a Brightsteel Sentinel, it's gonna die. So Brightsteel Sentinel gives, what, 15 armor? And if he Aegis Knights that as well, it would deal 15 plus 9, or 14 damage. So Othra would go down to like 20 health, maybe 19 health. Othra has a lot of health. This Patron's going to be pretty good for me. Patron, I can kill both of the Leyline Sentries for free and then eat his Warclaw, or eat his Arbiter with the Roaming Warclaw. I could also eat the Arbiter with Othra, but it just really depends on what he plays here. He's taking such a long time. I cannot wait. If y'all didn't see it, like, it's, I don't know when this video will come out. It's August 22nd, the day of the Elite Tournament right now. But I think around Monday of this week, around the 17th, the Stoneblade released an article about the timer. A bunch of different options. There was like, keep the timer the same, which is what I'm playing on currently. Reduce the timer to like 15 minutes per player, which is better than the current system, because it's very, very rare you use all 20 minutes. I can't even remember the last time I went to 5 minutes in a tournament, unless I like just completely didn't notice that the game had started and then like joined it like 10 minutes late or something like that. But I thought there was a turn timer, kind of like how Hearthstone has, where you like, it's my turn for like 60 seconds or 90 seconds, however long it is, and then it goes to their turn. So it's exactly like Hearthstone. But I thought the best option was the turn timer plus time bank. So you like have, let's say, I don't remember how much they said, but I'm gonna say 8 minutes. Like, you have 8 minutes in your bank, like right here, and then you have a turn timer. So you have 90 seconds per turn, and then once that 90 seconds ends, oh, he's finally playing things. But once that 90 seconds ends, you go into your time bank. So once that time bank's expired, you lose. So kind of like how it is now. But this way, if they disconnect, you only have to wait the initial 90 seconds plus the, what is it? 8 minutes, I think I said. You only have to wait 90 seconds plus 8 minutes instead of like the 20 minutes it takes now. And it encourages people to play a lot faster, because if, like, my opponent has taken, what, 11 minutes this game? And most of that has actually just been me waiting for him to start his turn, which is what's punished by turn timer. Because if you take like 60 seconds to start your turn, that means you have a 30-second turn, and then you go into your time bank. Well, my opponent is, this game at least, I don't think he's taken 30 seconds on any of his turns. Okay, so he prevented the Othra and stopped all of his creatures from dying, which is pretty impressive. But now I get to move my Othra in front of Arbiter so I can reach any lane, and then put Patron here and here. I'm doing all this pre-combat so that I don't get to... so that he doesn't trigger any leyline sentries, because I really don't want him to put 2 level 3 leyline sentries into play. I'm going to take a little bit of damage from this level 1 Brightsteel Sentinel, but that's not a huge deal. Maybe I should put a Savage Oath in this deck. It'll let me like trample over here with Othra, which would be pretty sweet. But anyway, again, not using the Raptor because I don't want to replace my Othra, and I don't want to trigger any leyline sentries. Oh, I had a Immortal Echoes going. I guess it didn't matter. I just completely forgot about the Immortal Echoes. Probably because this turn... it's been like a long time since it was my last turn. I'm going to go ahead and pause it now. I don't know if y'all hear that in the background. There's a little Mario coin noise. It's my text message. Like, someone just messaged me like 6 times. I hope there's not an emergency. Okay, sorry about that. I had to take a phone call. I actually have to go pick up my brother at the airport, but I'll do that at the end of this game. So what did my opponent do? Wasn't actually paying attention. So he played a Relic Scout in lane 2 to block Othra, played Nexus Aeronaut in lane 3 to kill my Patron this turn, killed my Brawn with his Brightsteel Sentinel. My guy killed the other guy, and then played a Batterbot in lane 2. So okay, he successfully foiled my Othra, I suppose. So I'll just play another one. And then go to combat, and then play a 7/7. It's my biggest creature. Otherwise, I could actually pump the Warclaw. Yeah, I think that's a little better. Then move Othra here. Pump the Warclaw. So 2 Othras in play. I don't think he's going to live. He might actually just time me out, which would suck, because I really need to get going. But if he's a classy person, he'll just concede. I have no... Ooh, poison happened. I don't know if I'll be back. I don't know when I'll be able to finish recording this one. I hope I can, because, I have to work tonight, and... unfortunately, the worst thing about elite events, like, I might as well just return to menu because my opponent's not going to finish turn anytime soon. The elite events only last like for a day, which really sucks. I know why. It's to make it so that you only have like 1 day, so you can have the highest concentration of people in the queues at one time. But it really sucks because like if I don't have a lot of time on Saturday, like I should be able to play in the tournament on Sunday. So that's just something I guess is unavoidable right now. Maybe when they change it to... Oh, it's my turn. So he could have conceded, but he didn't. Sweet. That's what? 2-1? So I'll play this when I get back, hopefully.